What's up guys, Lucky from Bodyline Fitness, and today we got something a little bit more different than what we usually do. So pretty much as you can see here, piece of paper, writing on those pieces of paper, that writing there are some questions. That's right guys. So we've had a few questions pop in throughout the weeks and stuff, and we just saw like a few sort of repeats here and there. So we thought, hey, you know what, let's make it a great idea. Why don't we just do a Q&A? So here I am, Q&A time. So we'll just dive straight into it because there's just a couple here that we're going to go through, and yeah, and then if you obviously spark up or have any questions that you want to ask, like after hearing this here and there, then obviously guys just comment down below or DM us, you know what to do, and obviously we'll get that ball rolling for part 2. But anyway, we're going to start with part 1, which is now. So question number 1 is for those that don't know how much I can't even read. Like, this is great. So, you know what? I don't have my glasses. Where are my glasses? All right. Getting old, guys. I'm getting old. Shit. Okay. For those that don't know much about you, aka me, right? When did your fitness journey begin and why? Wow, what a great question. So, my fitness journey actually began back when I was 12 years of age, because pretty much when I was 12 years old, I weighed about 95 kilos, so I was a fat, yeah. So pretty much what happened was got like pretty much a life sort of threatening thing where it was like, go to the doctors took you away, you're 12 years of age, and mind you, I'm short, like I'm not that tall guys, like I'm only sitting at about 173 centimeters or something like that, 174. So, 12 years of age, I'm shoot all the way down here. So, 95 kilos, you're out to here. Like, I still got stretch marks and whatever, big titties hanging, like, you name it. So, pretty much went to the doctors, got like a little checkup. Next thing you know, they literally said, if I keep going down this path, by the time I hit 21, I'll be dead. So, obviously, you don't really want to be dead at 21. Like, that's just a waste of life. So, pretty much from the moment I then got into sort of training. Back then it was like all the Rocky and Schwarzenegger, so I watched Rocky 1 to 5, got into it, got inspired, and then just did little things along the way, and then just set up like obviously it was a big battle, but then fast forward 15 plus odd years and bam, boom, we're here. But that's pretty much how it started. It was from actually being unhealthy and at a very obese weight as a kid, and then obviously just me wanting to make a change and not wanting to be like that anymore, and then driving forward that way. So that's pretty much when it all began and how it all started. Question number 2. When starting out, what were some of the obstacles you had to overcome? So this is a good question. I mean, it depends. Everyone's got different obstacles. So for me, it was more about like my confidence and all that sort of things in trying to like execute exercises and do stuff, especially when you're a young age and all through like high school, because remember when you're 12 years of age, you're in like year 7 or something like that, you're growing up. So when you've been fat and obese all your life, or I shouldn't say fat, I should say overweight, that's a more polite term. So because I'm talking about me, so don't take it disheartened people. I call myself fat, like it's all good. No, because I know I'm gonna get munched later for that. But for me it was like a big just confidence type of thing, because purely when you're going out, your mates are healthy, like everyone else is skinny, you're the big guy in the group. So just that level there was like a really big thing to overcome. I'll always be the person in the back corner here and there, and so just to try and overcome that was a big thing. That was probably the biggest one. I mean, there's other little obstacles like your little motivation here, there, and stuff like that. And look, doing a sort of a change through school and stuff like that is never pretty. It's never a nice thing. You obviously got to get like bullied here or there, which yes, it happened to me. I suffered. I got picked on, whatever. So there's going to be all other different little things that go along the way. But then obviously as like confidence builds up, as you get more secure and more, comfortable with yourself here and there, and, you start to sort of shine in a way, then, those other things don't matter. So you sort of overcome them that way. Question 3. What was the biggest gain, not just physically, but biggest mental gain you achieved out of your fitness journey? That's a nice one. So obviously, like physically, you gain obviously losing weight and being able to lift and stuff like that, and doing like crazy stuff that you thought you'd never be able to do. So that's on the plus side. Mentally, though, the biggest thing, it would have to be trying to look for the right word for it. What's the word I'm looking for? Not to give up, like that mental strength, just the determination, that grit, just to go all ham, just go in. Trying to mumble a word there. Sorry, Cameron Crew's trying to mumble a word there. What are you mumbling over there?
Resilience? You're more resilient?
I don't know about the resilience. No, it's not that. No, that's not the word I don't like that word. No, I don't want that word. That's not the word I was after. No, it's not fitting into what I said. Whew. Okay, let's just go with let's just go with like actual, like just mentally, like your mindset, like just setting up, achieving goals and achieving the goal no matter what, so if there was an obstacle in your way and a little barrier, you'll work around it, you'll work through it, you'll work over it. Do you know what I mean? Like you'll overcome it somehow in order to get to your goal. And I guess that's sort of carried all the way through my fitness, because obviously when you're trying to hit PBs or get down to a certain weight here and there, you're going to achieve it no matter what. So you're putting in that work, and I guess that sort of carries also over to business side of things and personal side of things as well. Knowing that hey, you want to start up a business, you want to do it, you got to go all in, you got to have sleepless nights. I probably look a bit died on the camera now because this week's been crazy, and I still got to put in the work and film this and give this out to you guys, because hey, these came through. So you've done your part, now it's me to act on my part. So I guess the biggest mental thing is like just that whole saying that execution side of things and just going forward with it and not giving up. So just really overall that mindset of just laying things out and bang, going for it. So question 4, let's talk about when you competed. Right, what did you find hard and what did you take away from it? Damn, when I competed, now we're going way back. So I competed about 7 years ago. Came third New South Wales for the A&B natural bodybuilding competition. It was really good. It was the first time I actually competed. I actually got I didn't fall into it or anything. I actually got forced into it in a way, because I was actually training with one of my friends, and at the time she was competing for like the bikini stuff, and she had trainer, coach, you name it, all this sort of stuff, and then I was sort of her training partner. We were just at the gym together, bang, 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 stuff it out here and there. So pretty much fell into it that way. The hardest thing pretty much I got out of that is the dieting. I'm not gonna lie, guys. The training part of things is easy. That's easy. You got to get in, you got to do the work. It's really, really simple, easy done. The thing that's the most hardest in a way is the dieting, because also too, when I had started, I was fit because I was early 20s, so I just turned 20 sort of thing. But the thing was, I'm always been solid built. I had never been actually ripped, so I could run and stuff. I was fit. Give me 10 kilometers, yeah, I can run. Give me whatever leg press and lifts and this and that. Could do it. Was happy. Was strong. Was fit. Was solid built. But I always had like a small gut lining. That was just part of me because I enjoyed food. So when normally everyone's doing like a 12-week prep up, we actually calculated for me it was a 28-week prep up for me, because this was the first time I ever taken my body condition down to this. We weren't going to do any shocks to the system. I had a really good coach and trainer at the time that led me through it, and it was just in, day out, no cheat meals, no nothing, really in order to go from like being a big guy, because mind you too guys, like in my fitness journey, I started training when I was 12, but through high school it was all a yo-yo, so it wasn't really until, 18, 19 that I got a bit more of a grip onto what I wanted to do. So I had the mass and the size behind me and the natural strength because I'd been training, weights since I was like 13 and doing cardio since I was 12 and, building up into that, but then getting full on and serious and stuff, you're 17, you're 18, and you're just going through it that way as well. And at the same time, then you got like university and here and there and studying and full-time jobs. So, you're evolving and you're doing things along the way and building it up. So for me, it couldn't be a little 12-week prep up. It was a big, like 28 weeks or something like that. So the food was definitely a killer. Eating the day in, day out, the same stuff. But, get committed, you do the results, and then, you pose up and boom, you come out third and you're just like, woo, yeah, not bad for a first timer. What I took away from it is respect for the body and for the competitors that do these types of shows, because guys, it's a hard thing. Like, yes, I said training is the easy part, but training is damn hard as well, because if you do a half-assed session, it's going to show later on. If you cheat out on your meals, it's going to show later on. And also, like, just in regards to respect to your body, like, the body can do anything you put your mind to it. All it is consistency. That is the key, guys. You just got to keep working at it. So I know for me, if I wanted to compete, it's not a 12-week prep up. When I had to first do it, it was 28 weeks. If I do it now, yeah, maybe I can get away with 12 weeks here and there, bad bing, bada boom. Hardcore, I'll probably like to ease it in a bit and stretch it to 14, 16, and just to bam, 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 work out the stages. Everyone's different. But that's the biggest thing, So when you see people, jumping up on stage and competing and stuff, you sort of have to give them a round of applause because they've gone through things, they've sacrificed things. It's a different eye opener. So, the respect there for the industry and stuff, goes a little bit up, All right, next one we have here, excuse me, is over the years, how do you think the fitness industry has changed? Oh, this is a hot one. I didn't get some flames or something happening. Can we do that? Can we get some little special effects in there? I don't know, guys. Well, it depends when this movie comes out. But if you see special effects, that's awesome. If you don't, just envision like fire coming from the bottom. Just anyway. So fitness industry, how has it changed over the years? Well, obviously with the introduction of social media and stuff like that, people are going more towards online and just going in that trend. So when it used to be, also too, like, there's a lot more, like, the industry is growing rapidly, which is great to see because people are now being a lot more, conscious of their health here and there, and, it's like, hey, I need to be in better shape because if I continue to eat McDonald's and go here and fast food and do all this sort of stuff, I'm going to grab a gut, and then on top of that gut, I'm going to get, fat and other underlying health problems here and there, and, so it's good to see that people are jumping on board. In regards to, I don't know, like trainers and stuff, obviously it's a bit more of a popular thing. This is just me, like I've gone to uni and stuff. I finished, I did an undergrad and postgrad sort of thing. So I've done a lot of years of study behind it in order to understand the body. The thing that I find that has changed heaps is that they're sort of handing out certificates like lollipops. It's like candy. You do a little, anywhere from 6 weeks to a 6-month course, and apparently you're a certified trainer. And that's I think is one of the biggest things that's happened now is that people are taking advantage of the system and going, I'm just going to create this course and teach people the bare ass minimum, and all of a sudden I'm qualified to train someone. And then when someone's coming in with, a slip disc or, a torn in their hip muscle or something in one of their flexors here and there, and you don't know how to rehab it because, when I did my anatomy for uni, it went on for the full 3 years. Every semester, there was an anatomy course, We learned the neuro, we learned everything. So if you done 3 years of anatomy versus 6 weeks or even 6 months, you know, you can just see the difference there, you know. So I think that's what the biggest change has been, like going from that whole sort of online thing. Not saying that no one can create an online thing, like we got our own online section, and I know I put all my science and everything behind my programs and into my work and stuff like that, because well, that's what I've, you know, been taught, learned, and I've put in the work to study all those years and invested, you know, tens of thousands of dollars into my education in order to get that, you know, to get that far ahead. And to know exactly what, you know, we're doing and how to help out an individual. So, you know, there's nothing wrong with grabbing it online and, you know, getting self-motivated and going to the gym yourself. But I'll just have to say, just be careful who you get it from, because obviously things like, you know, also too, like supplements here and there, it's a whole nother topic. It's really, really wide and big, but obviously that's changing. People are looking for the magic pill. There's no such thing as a magic pill, guys. It's hard work, it's dedication, and it's proper mapping and planning in order for what you want to achieve. It's that simple. There's nothing more about it. So, you know, that's what I think it's changed. People are getting a bit like wanting faster results, a bit lazier. They're looking for that magic pill, going into there. You know, people are left, right, and center getting qualified, but don't know what they're really doing. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not bagging anyone out. You know, it's great if you want to go into fitness, but guys, look into a longer degree. Look into something that's actually going to be worthwhile. Put in the time. It's not a quick fix. It's not a short-term career. If you want to be in the fitness industry and you want to be a part of it, you got to be a part of it for the long run, which means investing 5-6 years of study to get to the qualification, not just 6 months, walk out with a certificate and start training people. It doesn't work that way. Well, it does, but realistically, it doesn't work with my point that I'm trying to make. So next question, moving on, we're going to say, tell everyone why you started Bodyline Fitness. Okay, why I started Bodyline Fitness. Pretty much to make my mark in the fitness industry, because I was sick and tired of seeing all the bad stuff in the fitness industry. So I've worked at other gyms, I've worked at other private studios, I've worked at, you know, franchises and stuff like that through the thing. You know, some are great, some are bad. There's always going to be pros and cons to it. But the biggest thing that I saw was limitations. Like certain things, you know, people like, you know, here I am, you know, because I started this young, you know, I already finished uni and everything, had all this knowledge and wealth, and was just like, you know what, I'm going to go in there, tackle, started trying to help clients out, was changing programs to what I was supposed to do, because obviously clients were coming in injured here and there, they had an injury, but you know, people were signing up, whatever, it's great, and then getting yelled at and told off because you changed the program, because it's not according to the syllabus or the outline of the franchise or the studio that I was working at, is a bit bullshit, because you know that person's injured, they can't do this exercise, we got to alter it, we've got to change it in order for them to do something else that's going to help, you know, better them, strengthen them up, and actually get them moving forward and not worsen their condition and get them more injured and stuff. Like, to me, it doesn't make sense. So because I saw a lot of negative and people set in their ways and going, you know what, it's either this way or the highway here and there, I really got sick and tired of it. So I just said, yo, stuff y'all, I'm going to open up my own joint, you know, and that's what it is. That's how it literally started. It was like me on a mission going, you know what, you know, I really care about people. This is why I'm in the industry, because I want to help people. I've been there myself. I've, you know, been that overweight, you know, I've been to the top of the game, like, you know, absolutely ripped and big for competitions, you know. I mean, me now, I'm just living my happy life. I'm working on business. My goals is still, yes, fitness. I still train at least, you know, 4 to 6 times a week. So the training is still there. Everything still happens, but obviously just different goal sets. Not looking at being down and going back up on stage again. No, that's not in my plan at the moment, you know. My plan is on like clients and business and work and a bit of personal growth. That's what's happening there. Competition, maybe later on, who knows. But the thing, sorry, I went on a bit of a tangent, I went a bit sideways there. But what I'm trying to get at is that it started literally because I wanted to help people and I wanted to help them the right way. You know, even till today, we got clients that come in here, you know, bulging discs, you know, they've had ACL reconstructions, we've had shoulder dislocations and rehabbing, ankle breaks, you name it. We got people walking in because it's what we do. We personalize the program to our clients So at the end of the day, I always know that these people, like I'm not gonna name businesses or whatever, I'm not having a rant at other people, but I've had other clients now that are currently still with me that have been to these other places that had to do it their way, and they get injured and they come here, and the next thing you know they get results and they're happy, and they've been with me for 2, 3, 4, now gone on to 5 years training and stuff, and the place is only growing and getting bigger from that. So that's really why I wanted to start. I wanted to make my own mark. I wanted to help people the right way and get the right results for people, what they really want, because I've been there myself. So next one is, what is it about one-to-one personal training that you're so passionate about? Well, this is a good one. I think everything like sort of is always starting to tie in together with one bit of a tangent and wide story, but it's literally because I know everyone is different, and I know everyone has a story, and I just want them to get along, and everyone's got their own journey, so I just want to help them along their journey. That is the reason why, because like I said before, just now, like 30 seconds ago, I've been the overweight guy, I've been the absolutely ripped guy, and to still just now maintain a healthy life, like you say, like let's go for a run, yeah sure, no worries, like let's go do a weightlifting session, yeah sure, no worries, let's do this, yeah sure, no worries. I could do that. I'm in a stage of my life where I can go out and do things, and it's great, like there's no real health limiting factor. So when I've experienced it through, and then I can bring that joy to someone else's life and to their journey, and for them to do it, like we've had, some of my clients before, they couldn't even bend down and pick up their kids. Now they can pick up their kids. Before they couldn't even go to the park. They had to sit on the bench and watch their kids play. Now they're playing with their kids. It's those stories like that that make it absolutely like worthwhile. It's just amazing. Like you're like, yep, you know what, this is what I want to do. So the passion behind the actual PT is knowing that I'm actually physically helping this person one-to-one, personalizing the program in order for them to get the results, knowing that the program is going to work for them and their body. Like that is it. That is what I'm so passionate about, why I'm so passionate about it. It's just like helping my clients out, helping my guys out. That's what I want to say. Alright, don't worry guys, we're almost there, we're up to the second last question. So Stacey, this is something that may help anyone wanting to make a change or be in the fitness industry. What's one thing you wish you knew when you were younger? Let me read that again. I'm gonna look this one and it's like, oh, okay, this is a 3-liner question right here, right? Okay. You know what? I mean, it's not one thing that I wish I knew when I was younger, because I sort of knew after having that feeling I wanted to do it, so I wanted to. I think the thing that you actually got to come up with is, are you going to only look at this as a short-term career for the next year or 2 years, or are you going to be looking at it as, what, this is what my calling is, I'm going to do this for a lifetime, I love it, I enjoy it, I want to move forward and actually, make your own mark in the industry and get known for helping out people in need and stuff like that. I think that's the biggest thing you got to do, because, trainers come and go, the experiences come and go, like clients come and go, everything comes and goes. So the thing is, what you want to do is this is not really an industry where you want to chop and change. So I know for me personally, I knew I always wanted to be in health and fitness, I had my journey and stuff, and I was like, how do I take it to the next level? I researched, it was like, university, that's the place to go. Let's get the highest, degree sort of possible out there, let's get all the knowledge I want, because I want to be the best, I want to be with the best, I want to be part of it here and there. And it's taken years of growth and development in order to get. And even like myself, like them working from other things, like I never knew I was going to start my own business. I knew when I was going to start my own business because I was working in other businesses, and I didn't like what I saw. So I was just like, hey, I'm going to set up something that I know it's going to work, it's going to help people out there, because I've done the study, I've invested the time and effort, over the years to accomplish it and get it going. So, the biggest thing I would say, moving forward is just, know yourself if this is really what you want to do, you know, like don't waste your time. Time is very precious, you know. So if it's something that, hey, you know what, I'm not saying it's gonna come easy. No. That's bullshit. If everyone says it's easy, you tell them to, you know, get lost. Yeah, I had to think of non-swear word then. But yeah, like the biggest thing is like, hey, you know what, if you actually want to go ahead and do this, you know, find a mentor, find someone that you look up to, you know, see how their journey went along. You know, if you want to develop and go here and there and build up with it, then you go for it, you know, and then you do your stages and you learn and you implement. But don't give up, you know, and don't go, oh, you know what, I tried this out for a year and a half and, you know, it didn't work for me and I'm over this. I'm just going to go back and, you know, work a retail job or something like that, or whatever it is, a 9-to-5 job, and pop out, because you know that you're not going to get anywhere with that. So, you know, that's the biggest thing. Just have that clear mind, clear vision of what you want to achieve, and just go after, you know. And, you know, if someone tells you, nah, you know, it's bullshit and, you know, it's no good or whatever, don't listen to them, you know. Like, I had a lot of haters back in the day, and, you know, I mean, still do haters, but people that didn't believe in me, and look where we are now, you know. Was very young when I opened up the studio, and it's only, you know, grew from there. So, you know, anything can happen. You just got to put your mind to it and not stop and not quit, you know. So, last question, guys. We're finally here. Woo! I know it's been great. It's been awesome. So finally, I think this is something that everyone always asks me or you, and is curious to know. With someone that runs a tight ship, oh yeah, I like ships. Ships are cool. And every hour of the day is counted for. How do you stay motivated? Ooh. Okay, so yes, running a tight ship, how I stay counted for and to stay motivated. I guess what it really comes down to, guys, and it literally ties in with the question like beforehand, is what are you after? What are you chasing for? Because at the end of the day, if you know what you want, you know, then you're gonna go after it. And I think the biggest thing on top of that as well is that whatever you're going after, make sure it's so damn big that it scares the shit out of you. Full stop. Like, I have a vision on into where I want to take Bodyline, and, you know, what I want to do with it, and, you know, what team I want to grow and everything like that. Like, who I want working for me, all this sort of stuff, you know, to grow and evolve everything up together, you know. So I think it's because I have that vision set in mind, and I know I want to achieve that and do that. That's what, you know, drives me forward. So that way, you know, and then, you know, along the way, you're going to learn skill sets. So I've learned a lot of new skill sets through the years of, you know, not wasting time, like cutting out the bullshit, just executing, getting to a plan, what works, what doesn't work. Yes, there's been failures along the way, guys. You know, there is no success story without failure, because failure is your learning curve. That's what you're going to learn. That's how you're going to evolve. That's how you're going to grow. You know, I've never met someone in business that has said, oh, I never failed. It just doesn't exist. So, you know, again, take your little ego out, you know, put that away and say, you know what, hey, this didn't work, this didn't happen, okay, it is my fault, blah, 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 blah. How am I going to fix this up? How am I going to evolve? How am I going to work on it? How am I going to grow and better educate myself so this mistake doesn't happen again? And then next thing you know, bang, you get sort of the solution. So, you know, I mean, staying motivated is that's the easy part. It's like I said, going back to that dream and that vision of what you want, and, you know, mindset big scares the shit out of me. I have questions like shit, would I ever achieve that? Like, would I ever go for that? And the thing is, because I actually wanted that bad, guys, this is the thing, like, you got to want it. Like, you know, hold yourself underwater as a competition. You know, as a kid, you probably did it. We always used to do it in the pools and stuff. Who can hold their breath underwater the longest? And then you get to that stage where you're literally fighting and you're gasping for air. Like, you just want to, but you want to win. You want to, you know, that's the feeling you sort of got to acquire when you're like setting out your goals. It's like, how bad do you want this to work? How bad do you want it? And I wanted it so bad that it, like, you know, it felt like I was drowning and you're trying to gasp for air. Like, you just keep climbing up and up and up. It's like, you know, when they set it up in the movies, like, they got some beautiful, you know, Morgan Freeman voice, you know, saying in the background, they got the guy there just floating up, through the water, and you got all that inspirational stuff. Like that's what it is. That's what you're gonna envision. Like how bad, you're trying to grasp for that air and breathe, and that's when you get to the top and you're like, yes, I made it. Like I've got a gasp of air, like I can breathe. That's what you want, and that's what's happening with me. Like over the years, it gets more and more and more because you equate, it grows, you get, closer, things are moving forward. Like I said, you're gonna have setbacks for it, but it's how you propel yourself forward and move forward in order to overcome it and get it going, and keep yourself moving. So I think that is the sort of the biggest thing is that, how bad do you want it? Want them bad enough, you're gonna go for it, you'll get it. There's no doubt about it. You just gotta believe in yourself, and also too, I think another thing that keeps me motivated is not listening to the bullshit that's out there. So when someone says to me, you can't do that, that's a stupid idea, or what the are you talking about, or whatever it is, I just say, all right, man, you do you. I'll focus on me and go me. Like I tell you now, like all the places I left, they said, oh yeah, you ain't gonna amount to anything. Next thing you know, I got my own place. My place is even bigger than some of the places I worked at. So it just goes to show, like, hey man, if you can move into something and you want something, you go for it. If you want it bad enough, you make it work. You make it happen, right? Right now, we started off this week really hard out, and I kid you not, I've probably had about 3 to 4 hours sleep the last 3 days. Like every night, just 3 or 4 hours, because work's been going on, and yeah, you still rock up here. I still deliver. Been here since 6 a.m. this morning. Did all our clients first thing this morning. Now it's here, a little break. I'm spending the time to film and help you guys and educate you guys and just show you, like, these are the questions I love answering, because they're the behind the scenes that show, like, people don't see this all the time. So the fact that I get to put this out onto you guys now is sort of great. Hopefully you guys have taken something from this, and I really do appreciate it. If you got any other specific questions or anything like that, please feel free to hit us up. As you can see, we do get them, we do put them together, and then bam, we get a mad video out. We've got a different video coming out soon as well, so stay tuned for that. There's going to be some awesome ones there. And yeah, that's about it, guys. So thank you so much for tuning in and watching. I really do appreciate it. As always, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Tell your friends, family, all about it. We are trying to grow and get the word out there to help those in need. That's what we do. It's what we are all about. And like I said, if you've got any questions, just shoot them over. But that's it from now. That's it from me now. So that's it. Too much talking now. That's it. I'm going on a rant. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll catch you next time. Bye.